Mr. R wanted us to learn, and I, Aaron Galvin, from a 6th period chemistry class, have learned to a C level, but I want to get a B, the following concepts from the first 11 chapters of our chemistry book. This is not an inclusive list, but my selection of concepts from each chapter that I will remember. From chapter 1, I relearned the scientific method from Mr. R, who taught us it as a handful of steps, like first identifying the problem, then hypothesizing about it, followed by the experiment, and the results are analyzed, followed by a conclusion. In Chapter 2, the law of conservation of mass was introduced. It states that mass cannot be created nor destroyed. Chapter 3, the valuable skill of dimensional analysis was taught. Chapter 4, the concept of the atom was introduced, which explained what everything was made out of, down to its simplest form. In Chapter 5, electrons' role in atoms were explained and given credit to how reactive elements are determined. Chapter 6 explains how the periodic table is useful and easy to find specific properties of similar elements since they are grouped together like the non-reactive noble gases. Chapter 7 gave us an introduction to elemental bonding in the form of ionic and metallic bonding, which can produce positively charged cations and negatively charged anions. Chapter 8, another way of chemical bonding is introduced called covalent bonding, where the elements share electrons instead of donating them, like ionic bonding. Chapter 9 tells how cation charges are determined, like seeing how many electrons are lost. Chapter 10, one of the most important concepts in chemistry, a mole was defined as 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd representative particles. Chapter 11 taught that catalysts are used to speed up chemical equations and are found in the body as enzymes.
Is that it?
Yep.
Yay! The cheers for it.